that. And there you see Wesley and Firouzja getting ready to do battle. Jovi, these players are going to be fighting hard for almost the next 2 weeks. What are they fighting for?
Evidence whether white is better or not.
Yeah, I feel like Wesley actually has to start making some aggressive moves here, actually. You know, I'm trying to visualize the future and seeing that maybe even knight could jump to c5, or maybe the a-pawn could start lifting up the board and asking questions.
Right.
Then
for me, the knight on b3
it's not great.
Yeah, I want to put the knight on c4. I want to put the knight on d5. I love the Catalan bishop, but at the same time, this move e7, e5 also reinforces the d4 square. So I'm thinking e2, e3. You know, I love rooks on open files, so rook a1 to c1 was, you know, second nature for me. e2, e3. If I'm going to play e2, e3, by the way, it does occur to me that I have opened up the possibility of queen h5. So we do have a line there where maybe you do play bishop e6, and I do question whether or not you want to play the move f7, f6 after queen h5. It's weird. We'll definitely keep an eye on this one as we're getting... Wow.
Suddenly I just fast forward to the future, because I just...
Richie Rapport versus Jan, and...
Yeah, that one went...
that went really fast to rook and bishop versus rook and
this is heavily reminiscent of the...
Alireza, it looks to my eyes that they're just about ready to make a draw.
And look at that. Our second opposite
Bishops
color.
of opposite color.
Bishops, yeah.
Yeah, and there you go, trading. More or less, Peter, without too much guesswork. It's like the players, well prepared, went from opening to endgame, and
Alireza handled this very nicely. He did have some problems to solve in the opening, but he played e6, e5 at the time where it was required, and then Wesley, having gone through Wesley's decisions after bishop takes e3, e5, it looked like once the move e5 landed on the board, he kind of assessed the situation and thought, I don't believe I'm any better here at all, so why not just sort of simplify and see if I can find some kind of a position with a very, very little practical advantage on zero risk, and
three-time repetition
didn't really achieve that.
Yeah, it has been claimed, as we saw the arbiter Chris Bird approving the claim. of the two players, and we have our
Handshake.
second draw. Sorry about that. We were just watching it in real time. You were taking us back to the opening there, Peter, and you were saying with the move, yeah, as we see the players filling in their score sheets.
So two reasonably quiet draws. So far, players seem very intent on undermining the very carefully prepared stats that we have for you. We will still show them to you, but and there you have it on your screen just now.
Yeah, you can see the play.
Also because it's first game and there's no need to take so much risk. And this is a very fashionable line now, and he chose bishop d2. I have some games here even with black, and I think this is the best line. There is not so much thing to talk about. I think here after e5 I comfortably equalize, because if he takes the pawn, it's always compensation here. I think even bishop a6, and
You have two bishops.
yeah, he has pawn for two bishops, but his king is always weak, and he has trouble to defend the e2 pawn. So if he goes, for instance, rook e1, rook I think even queen d1 takes, rook e8, bishop d4, and bishop e2. It's just draw probably. So yeah, he tried to. He was taking a lot of his time here, and I think tried to even bail out, because if I put my pieces out, go as in the game bishop e6, f6, maybe I cannot never be better, but he just forced the draw here with bishop c6 and knight a5, and I always could go for the opposite color bishop, and this is always a draw. So king f1, and yeah, he changed. It wasn't very clean games.
Yes, actually, yes, it was a very clean, like grandmaster game. Do you think if you were in the place of Wesley playing with white pieces, would you try to take more risks, considering the situation?
Yeah, bro, maybe he was surprised with my c5 opening choice. I play all kind of moves here, so maybe he didn't spend so much time.
Yes,
so,
maybe he didn't prepare.
So I would not say that he wanted to make draw today, but it was just how the game went. So.
You said that you really needed to switch to these classical games, and let's say, how important is it? Do you mean that sometimes you can make just quick moves and it can completely change the situation, like after blitz?
Sometimes you have to just take your time to make sure, but when you play a lot of blitz and rapid games, it's not easy to switch. So
what, do you speak to yourself, like, or do you put your hands, somewhere, don't make a move,
Always, it's a mental thing, and you have to. But these guys are very good at switching.
Yeah, this for sure. I heard that you were in the Hall of Fame yesterday and you bought something in the shop. Tell us a little bit about this experience.
Yeah, it was.